further than just give some inspiration. I think you'll have lots of inspiration by the time we finish today. So I'm British and I studied in the UK, and I'm very lucky that I graduated from Leeds University at Russell Group University, created lots of opportunity for me. And I've had a very nice career in higher education, more than 14 years doing marketing, student recruitment, and admissions. Vietnam's the third country that I've lived in now. So I was in London for many years after I graduated, and then I lived in Budapest in Hungary. So I know very well about the education system there. And I've been 2 years in Vietnam. Jung joined me last year, and we're a new team here at British University Vietnam, focusing on making this fantastic university more international. And we've had excellent results in our first year. So in September 2025, we had 30 international students join the campus. We haven't had any students from Thailand, but we have had from Myanmar and Laos. And in fact, we have from all over Southeast Asia. We have students from Europe, we have students from Africa, we have even from Latin America. So we've got a very international student body, a small international student body, but very diverse. And with your help, we want to make it even bigger in September and beyond. So think about Vietnam. It's definitely a really interesting place to keep an eye on. The economy is growing very rapidly, and there's a lot of investment in higher education as well. Yeah, so that's summed up here on the screen. So what you'll find, really good option for Myanmar students in particular at the moment. So we know that Myanmar students cannot get the visa for UK. So now with our university and in Vietnam, the students can get a guaranteed visa, but also they can access British education, high quality British education. So we offer exclusively British curriculum. As well as the visa being secure, you'll find that your students can work during studies. So there's no cap on working hours. It's really something that's unique in the international education market. And very affordable. So compared to living and studying in the UK, if you factor in the total cost for tuition fee and living cost, the same programs at our university compared to the UK equivalent is about 40%. So really significant cost saving. And the other big benefit is cultural and geographic proximity. So I imagine other than Pathan, some of you here visited Vietnam before. So of course, from Laos to Vietnam, the two countries have very good relationship. It's not a long flight from Vientiane to Hanoi. It's about 45 minutes. So the climate is going to be similar throughout Southeast Asia. The culture is going to be similar. The religious practices, Vietnam is not particularly a religious country, but we do have Buddhism here in Vietnam. So there are temples. So it's going to feel somewhat similar to Myanmar, to Laos, to Thailand. And we feel that that's a good first step for international students to take, because they're getting out of their comfort zone, getting away from their hometown and from their home country, but they're not going too far. So it's not going to be difficult for them to travel back for the weekend, for the holiday, or for family and friends to come visit. And it's not going to be really different to what your students already know. But at the same time, it is international. So this is big benefit of studying in Vietnam for students from Southeast Asia. A bit more about our university. If you could put up the next slide for me, Nyong. Yeah, thank you very much. So we are part of the Taylor's Education Group. Taylor's University, I'm sure many of you will know, is a QS top 300 university in Malaysia. So they're our partner university. We have the same owner as them. BUV has a slightly different business model. So we're focused on teaching. We're an outstanding teaching institute. You'll see that our faculty come from all over the world. So you can check our website. You'll see how international it is. Everybody has qualified outside of Vietnam at master's or postdoctoral level. Sorry, doctoral level. And 80% non-Vietnamese as well. So very important. Your students are not just going to be taught by local lecturers. They're going to be taught by international lecturers. bringing their international experience, teaching experience, but also professional experience to the lecture theatre. So we have this QS 5-star status. The campus as well is incredible. So please do come and visit us. We're very happy to accommodate visits. We have a fan trip coming up at the end of this month. We organize regular fan trips, familiarization trips. But if any of you want to come to Vietnam, we're very happy to cover your accommodation and meals during your time here as well, airport pickup. All you'd need to do is cover the flights and visa, and we'll be very happy to host you. So please come and see for yourself, because we can show you videos, we can show you slides, but it's 10 times better in person. So world-class 5-star campus, QS 5-star university, and you can see more shots of the campus here. Everything is brand new. So we have 2 phases of the campus complete. Phase 1 was built in 2018. Phase 2 was completed in 2024. We have a 5,000 student teaching capacity. And you can see here some pictures of computer labs, lecture theatre, motion and sound studio, and also our hybrid learning lab. So everything absolutely state of the art, and with the students' learning experience at the center of every design consideration. Yeah. Do we want to show the video, Nyung and Pafan?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a quick look. It's about a 2-3 minute video.
You can check the sound first.
Yeah, okay. So Nyung is going to show the video. What you'll see here is the launch of our campus phase 2, which, as I said, was completed in 2025. Hit play, Nyung. Go ahead. Great, thank you, Nyung. So hopefully everybody can see what a beautiful campus we have. The video doesn't always play super smooth in Zoom, depends on the internet connection, but we can share with you the YouTube link, and we have some really nice videos with international students as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's inspired you to come and visit. Maybe you noticed me in the video as well. I was there 2-3 times. Okay, next, please, Neil. So I'm going to introduce you now to our program portfolio. So we've prepared this a little bit with your markets in mind. So all students from Southeast Asia will be eligible for bachelor degrees who completed 12 years of school. Generally, students will have to do the pathway program that we offer. So that's a 6-week pre-university program, usually starts in August for a September intake. So your students who finish state school, they do the 6-week pathway program, and then they can study one of these 3-year bachelor degrees that you can see here. Any students with A-level or IB diploma, so 3 Bs in A-level, 28 in IB diploma, they can also go directly onto these bachelor degrees as well. So you can see that we work with different university partners. Okay, so that's the partner that will award the degree that you can see on the screen. And the program of study determines the partner university and also the price of the program. Okay, for students that have IGCSE or they've completed 11 years of school, we also have an international foundation program awarded by University of London. So this is a great option for students that would like to leave early or save money effectively, because rather than do 1 extra year of school after GCSE or after year 11, they can come straight to this program. And they can use that to then study any bachelor degree at BUV or go to the UK and study at a Russell Group university. So this is the University of London program, as I said. It's an LSE curriculum, London School of Economics. There's pathways with economics and business, and I think social science as well, and maths. So different options for the students to progress to based on this program, the program that they study and the pathway that they choose. Finally, we have a master's degree as well, which is 1 year and 2 options. So we have an MBA and an MSc in International Business Management. These are awarded by Manchester Metropolitan University. MBA is awarded by Staffordshire. MSc is awarded by Manchester Metropolitan University. Yeah. Next one, please, Nyong. So a little bit more about the foundation program, just so you can see the cost. So it's around $9,500 USD. And for the IGCSE students, they should have four subjects with grade C. As I said, students with 11 years of school can also apply for this program. Yeah, so 11 years of state school, they can also apply for this program. There is an English language requirement. It's an IELTS 5.5, but also University of London accept the Duolingo program. I already mentioned that students can study at BUV or they can go to Russell Group universities. And if you look at the universities on the screen, these are universities that our students who've done this program, completed this program, have progressed to. So look at the Russell Group and QS top 100, top 200 universities there. You can see Leeds, my old university. I mentioned earlier that I graduated from there. There's Southampton, Liverpool, Bath, Bristol, Durham, St Andrews, King's, LSE itself. These are Manchester, Nottingham. These are some of the best universities in the UK. I know that you all know this. And you can see some good international universities as well on the screen. And there's even more that students can have progressed to. Okay, so it's a good standalone program, this, for getting to UK, but also if students want to stay with us. Okay, so Nyung has prepared this slide, and the visual, I think, is meant to show you what the fee will be after the scholarship. So that's why there's a line through the 17,500. So we're offering all of your students 25% scholarships because of our partnership with Yes. And if they would apply before 31st of July with a satisfactory scholarship motivation letter, which Yes can help you to prepare, we can help you to prepare as well. So the premium products that BUV offers are these University of London BSc programs, which are actually LSE curriculum. So you can see finance, accounting, finance, business management, economics, data science, and business analytics. So if your students are studying these programs, they will literally be studying an LSE degree. They'll get a diploma certificate, which I'm going to show you later from University of London. It's a top 60 in the world qualification. So for anybody interested in business economics, I don't think you'll find such a high quality program for such a good price. And when you factor in as well scholarship and how affordable the living costs are in Vietnam and how close it is to home for students in Southeast Asia, this is really one of the best value propositions you can have anywhere in the world, in my opinion. And as I said, I worked 14 years in higher education, so I really believe this is a very strong offering. I studied economics. Leeds University was a great place to study, but my dream university was LSE. I have to be honest. So it really is an outstanding university in this subject area. And for anyone from the UK who's really passionate about economics, it would be their dream university. I can tell you that for sure. We also have mass market products with Manchester Metropolitan. So what you'll see here is in-demand hybrid programs. And this is great for students that want that eventual option to live in the UK. So we have a 2+1 option here because the curriculum is the same with us as it is in Manchester. And the two programs that we have on offer in the business school are business and technology and banking and finance. So after year 2, if the students want to go and study in Manchester and Manchester Metropolitan, they can do that. And after 1 year of study, it's possible to get a visa, to job seekers visa in the UK, and then to eventually secure long-term employment and eventually residency. Yeah, so I know students from Myanmar can't get the student visa now. For me, as a UK national, I really hope that the situation will change. So I'm hoping that in a year or two, Myanmar students will be able to study in the UK again. So you can think about both that foundation program that I mentioned earlier and these 2+1 options as good options for students from Myanmar, because they can first get the British education with us. And in a few years, the visa situation might be quite different for them as well. Yeah. We also have some programs with Staffordshire University. So you can see here business management and social media marketing. And we have a hospitality management program as well, which is a BUV only degree. It's an emerging sector, by the way, in Vietnam. So Vietnam very much wants to copy the success of Thailand. For all of our friends from Thailand here today. We're doing really well in tourism now in Vietnam. We had more than 20 million tourists visit the country last year. So the hospitality industry is on the rise. This is a really, really great program. We've shown you a clip of the campus, and we have an outstanding hospitality suite actually here. So with cookery classrooms, hospitality style hotel style rooms, hospitality style boardrooms. So it's a really, really good place. And you'll see quite a few French lecturers here, or hospitality teachers, and all of them have really strong industry experience as well. Next one, please, Nyung. Yeah, in the computing school, we have data science AI with Sterling. So again, there's the 2+1. We have the computer science with Staffordshire. Again, 2+1. And you can see the fees with the 25% scholarship here. So very, very affordable. Next, please, Neil. Creative school as well. So I would focus on the illustration, animation, and graphic design with Manchester Metropolitan. And we also have a film and media program with Arts University Bournemouth. So you can see, again, very affordable with the 25% scholarship. And I think that's it for that bachelor portfolio. And for the postgrad programs, we showed you these two already, but just good for you to see what the difference is between the two. So we have an MBA, which is for working professionals, so people that have 3 years of work experience already. And we have the MSc in International Business Management for fresh grads. So these are the two options available. Yeah. The MSc is awarded by Manchester Metropolitan. I mentioned that earlier. The MBA is awarded by Staffordshire. And actually, that MBA program is ranked top 50 in Asia and top 300 in the world at BUV. So it's a very, very prestigious program to study. Both programs are really great. So the MSc will include an internship on it, and it's both are also taught over the weekend. So there's good opportunity for your students to work during their studies and gain money, but also to gain some experience whilst doing these programs. Okay. Yeah, just really quickly to provide you a snapshot of some more transfer options that we have. So these are formal agreements that our university has with various UK universities. So people that are studying that business management program with Staffordshire can progress to Oxford Brookes University at the end of year two, or at the end of year one or at the end of year two. For people who are studying our finance economics program, they can go to study at University of Liverpool. We have master's agreements for students on the International Business Management program to go study at Bristol or Southampton, so two top 100 in the world universities. And we also have with our software engineering program, which I haven't referenced today, but we also have this program with Stirling University. Okay. So Nyong, do you want to take this section? Yep, so I'm going to hand over to Nyong now. She's going to talk you through living costs, scholarship, and how to apply. Over to you, Nyong.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nhung from British University, Vietnam. So I will be the main contact point for your student if they apply to our university. So so Matt already shared with you why Vietnam, the portfolio we have currently BUV, as well as the tuition fee. So the tuition fee you saw on the slide is the tuition fee with 25% scholarship apply already. So every student that apply through Yes Network, they will guarantee 25% scholarship. And about the living cost in Vietnam is really affordable. I think compared to Bangkok, it's a little bit cheaper. By the way, I lived in Bangkok for 6 months before. Luckily, it was the same building as Hafang was living, but we never see each other there. I didn't know why. Yeah, so I can compare the living cost between Vietnam and the Bangkok, and then the living cost here in Vietnam is a little bit cheaper than Bangkok. Compared to Yangon, it's quite similar. Compared to Vientiane, it's also quite similar. So the living cost here 1 month, it will cost student around 500 USD for everything, including accommodation, food, transportation, and other personal expense. So on your left, you will see is our dormitory for students. So BUV, we do have dormitory for students to stay. but the slot quite limited, so students are recommended to register as soon as they can. But if students they don't want to stay in dormitory, they still there are still lots of other options around Eco Park with the same standard as the dormitory. And the rent is only 200 or 220 USD per month for one person. And when students come to BUV, come to Vietnam, they can rent a studio apartment or one bedroom apartment. Or if they want to share with friends, they can have the two-bedroom apartment. And in addition, BUV also offer the free bus service for students between the campus and the dormitory, as well as in the Eco Park area. From dormitory to the campus, only 5 minutes or 15 minutes walking. And let's do a calculation to compare the 1 year bachelor in BUV and 1 year bachelor in the UK. So I can say that students, when they come to BUV, they study the same curriculum. They, at the end of the day, they're gonna get the same degree, the same certificate, but with much more affordable price compared to the UK. So you can see 1 year in BUV, total fee only 15 to 20,000 USD, but with the same degree in UK, it can cost them 42 to 65,000 USD for 1 year. And BUV help the parents save 60% of the cost. And then, as I said, as long as students apply through the YES network, they will be guaranteed 25% scholarship as long as they can submit the 400 scholarship motivation letter by 31st of July. In addition, we also have 50% tuition fee waiver scholarship, but it will be limited slot. Because I can be transparent with all the counselor and the agents here that your commission will be the net commission. So if the scholarship is high, the commission will be low. So we want to find a sweet spot for all three parties. The student have the financial support, the agents can get the commissions as high as you can, and we have the student. So 25 will be that sweet spot. But in case that you have the student who really good academic, lots of extracurricular activities, lots of leadership potential, and they will be good student for BUV, but somehow the financial background is not that good. You still can nominate and you still can share with us those students. We will try to support your students. How to apply for the scholarship. We have a template for the scholarship motivation letter with 4 questions. Students, they're gonna prepare the letter about these 4 questions, their achievement, why they choose the program, why they choose to come to Vietnam and BUV, and especially if the student receives scholarship, they will be our student ambassador. They will support BUV and they will support the agents to promote BUV to promote agents to their local network. So what is the plan? What they're gonna do to support BUV and the agents in this? So they're gonna prepare the letter with these 4 questions to apply for the scholarship. Yeah. And talking about the entry requirements, so BUV will have 2 intakes per year. The main intake will be in September with all programs open. The second intake will be in January with some selected programs open. So I think this is the time that we focus more on the September intake. So for the entry requirements for students to the bachelor degree, If students have 3D in A level or IB 28 above, they can have direct entry to year one of bachelor degree in any programs. If they have high school diploma, 12 years, a state school in Laos, in Myanmar, or in Thailand, or GED, or the matriculation exam, they will go through the foundation first. So if they want to study the University of London programs, bachelor degree, they're gonna study 1 year of foundation. But if they want the Manchester Metropolitan or the Sterling with computer programs or Staffordshire with IBM or marketing, they only need to go through a 6-week UK pathway. So this pathway, which I usually say is a time and cost saving route, because if you go to UK with high school diploma, GED, matriculation, you want to enroll to, let's say, Manchester Metropolitan, you will need to complete 1 year of foundation first. But you come to BUV, the same degree, same program, you still need to go through foundation pathway, but only 6 weeks. So it saves your time and your money. Yeah. And if student they have IGCSE, they will go through the foundation first before entering any bachelor degree. And especially for the student who have Pearson HND level 4 and 5, which is I usually see in the Myanmar market, that if they have the HND level 4 and 5 with 240 credits in business stream, they can get into the BSc in International Business Management final year. Or if they have HND level 4 and 5 in computing, they can get into the final year of computer science program. Both of them are awarded by University of Staffordshire. So they only finish one final year in BUV, at the end receive the bachelor degree from UK. Yeah. And in addition, we also accept the OTHM, ABE, or SSE on a case-by-case review. So if you have the student with these qualifications, just send to me. I will help you to review and then confirm with you on the entry eligibility for students. Mm-hmm. And how to apply is really easy. If you have student, just send the documents to Pafang or your contact point in Yes Education. They will contact me and they will send me. I will review the student document with admission office, and we will provide you the feedback on the student eligibility within 2 to 5 working days. And then after you have my confirmation, your student can submit the application form and they're gonna receive the offer letter. This is the application process, which is a bit more detailed, that after student submit the application form, they're gonna pay a security deposit. After that, they have the confirmation letter. Then when it comes to do the visa, they will pay the 40% of semester 1. And then BUV will handle the visa process, which only take 20 to 30 days. And then when students get the visa, they can come to Vietnam and start their study. Yeah. So to the end, why BUV? I know that you are working with lots of other partner university from other country, and you have very big portfolio. But BUV, I believe we have a student segment for BUV. So BUV offer the British degree, the authentic one, recognized by QAA and QS. We have QS 5-star campus that you're always invited to visit, and taught by the world faculty members with 80% non-Vietnamese, 61% whole PhD. When you come to BUV, the student gonna receive the same UK degree as they gonna go to UK, but with only 40% of the cost, and the parents can save 60%. And we also have the scholarship to support students. Vietnam, close to Myanmar, close to Laos, close to Thailand, very safe. I think you know this. We have easy visa application. Until now, our visa approval rate is 100%. We never have any failed case. Students can also have part-time job during their study, which is legal in Vietnam. Non-capped working hours. And last but not least, Vietnam is a top fast growing economy in the region, not only the region, but also the world at the moment. So lots and lots of opportunities are waiting for students when they graduate. So I think that is the end of Matt and I presentation about BUV. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yes, thank you so much, Matt and Noong, for the information. Question from my end because I have received some question from Myanmar agent as well. We would like to know more a bit which course that can be graduate just in Hanoi and don't have to transfer. Is it every course that you presented?
Yes. Yeah, let me take this one, Young, if you don't mind. Yeah, we should perhaps have communicated that even clearer. So the option to go to the UK is an added benefit. That's an opportunity for students, but everything is taught at BUV. It's just that the degree certificate will come from these partner universities. Because the curriculum's the same, that's why the students have the opportunity to progress. So for the students set on spending some time in UK and they want migration to the UK, this is a very attractive option. Of course, for Myanmar students, there's no UK visa available at the moment. So there would have to be a change in their visa policy for that option to open up to them anyway. But key message, everything taught at BUV that you've seen today in Hanoi.
Yes, for just to add from my side, for Myanmar agents, that you have students who really want to go to the UK and maybe they want to take a chance, they can still get the UK degree, 3 years within Vietnam. But if during the 3 years, UK market is open again, it's also another chance for you to go to graduate in the UK for the program such as 2+1. Yeah. So it's like right now we still don't know what is going to happen in the future, but this one can be an opportunity.
I think so. And even if students can't make it to the UK, as you're saying, they're going to get a UK degree for a much lower price, taught in our amazing campus by international faculty. So they'll get so many of the good things about that UK experience and some even better benefits. Yeah, they'll do it for cheaper. They'll study in an even better campus and they'll be much closer to home.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, and I just want to add that Myanmar really like to seek for the university that can accept HND degree. And right now it seems to be difficult when we lost the UK. So at British University Vietnam, I want to highlight again for their business and IT program, they can consider HND to the final year. Yeah. And GED is also accept. Also, Duolingo is also accept. So it is quite flexible for all of us. Yeah, all of us in Thailand, Laos, and Myanmar region.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. And we've traveled to Myanmar as well, Nyung and I. So we're very familiar with the education system there. We work with ABE, so it's something a bit like what you've just described with HND. They have level 4, level 5 diplomas as well, even level 6, and also OTHM. We've accepted students doing these level 4 and 5 programs. So really, we invite all students, not just from Myanmar, but who would like to consider advanced entry. We would invite your agents to send these application cases to us, and we try to find an option for them if they would like to transfer to BUV. We do our best to accommodate.
Yeah. We have got the list of question in the Q&A box from Mr. Ang Kang. The first one, what type of visa do I need to apply for this training program? I think for this study.
Yeah. Okay. Nhung, do you want to answer?
Yeah, okay. I think these 6 questions mainly relevant to the visa, so I will answer this one.
Sure.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Ong Kang, for your questions. The first one, the visa that student need to come to BUV is gonna be student visa. And in Vietnam, we call it BH visa. It's just the 2 letters. Yeah. So BUV will be the one to apply for the student visa for students. Yeah. So the process is like this. After student they submit the application, they're gonna have the offer letter from BUV, and then they're gonna pay 40% of the semester 1 tuition fee. After they finish that one, BUV will collect student passport, tuition fee payment, and the offer letter. We're gonna submit these documents to the Vietnam Immigration Department to apply for the re-approval letter. So BUV will be the one to submit those documents. Student don't need to do that. Agent don't need to do that. After for around 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, the Vietnam Immigration Department will send back to BUV the visa approval letter, say that they approve the student to come to Vietnam to study at British University, Vietnam. So we're gonna send that letter to you, and then you just do one final step that bring that letter together with student passport, 2 photos, and a fee of 145 USD to the Vietnam Embassy in Yangon, in Vientiane, or in Bangkok to apply for the visa. They're gonna give you an appointment in 3 or 4 days coming back to the embassy to get the visa done. Student with the visa, they can go to Vietnam. So it's really, really simple process. Vietnam, we don't require police check. We don't require bank statement like other countries. Just the passport, pay tuition fee, and offer letter, and then the student can get the visa. Yeah. Okay, the third question, BUV will have a team to do this. Student don't do by themselves, agent don't do by themselves, BUV the one to handle. Documents already. How long? 20 to 30 days. Usually, we see it's only 20 days, but sometimes it can be delayed to 30 days. But maximum is 30 days. I never see any case more than 30 days. And the last questions, medical checkup. Student will have a medical checkup, but they're gonna do it in Vietnam, but in a clinic appointed by BUV. So when they arrive, we're gonna have an instruction for them to do the health checkup. A Vietnamese student will be assigned to go with student to the clinic to do the checkup. Yeah. Okay.
The next question is here. Oh, Mr. Ang Kang still asking. Okay, wait. Let's get this one first. Can international student allowed to work part-time in Vietnam?
Yeah,
You want
I
to
will
answer?
answer. I would love to answer that one. Yes, they can. So Vietnam has not just a very open visa application process, but it has a very open student visa policy. So legally, there's no limit on working hours, and students can work. They will legally need an employment contract or an internship contract. So that's the official legal policy. We have seen people from Myanmar that are working in the hospitality industry here in Vietnam as well. So there's opportunity to work during studies, yes, and a legal framework for that.
Thank you very much, Matt. I think this one, Vietnam is as the same as Thailand. They have a lot of restaurant and cafe for the student to work there part-time. In Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, you can do work, but it is not so illegal like it is not on the document, it is not in the immigration rule. You cannot work there. But in Vietnam, it's different. In Vietnam, you can work part-time legally.
That's right. Yeah, well, not even just part-time. There's no limit on the working hours. So for bachelor students, working more than 20 hours a week is difficult because of the study patterns. But for MSc and MBA, as we said, the teaching is all at the weekend. So it's possible logistically and legally for students to work 40 hours a week if they wish to.
Do the university have English preparation course for those who cannot pass the English entry requirement?
Yes, we do. We have two options really. So we have some 4-year bachelor degrees where year one is for people with a 4.5 level entry, and first year would be pretty much English language focus, 80% English language focus with about 20% foundational study focus. And we have standalone English programs, which take typically around 10 weeks, and they cost around 1,000 USD, a little bit more for a 10-week program. And during 10 weeks, the students should improve by a 0.5 band score. So we have 4.5, 5.0, 5.5 level English pre-sessional programs. Yeah.
Shit.
Is
Yes.
it clear? Hopefully.
Yes. So there will be the first one is 4-year bachelor degree. The first year is like the preparatory course
Yeah, that's
for
for the
those.
BUV own programs and the Manchester Metropolitan and BUV dual degrees. So for the international hospitality management, for example, that's a 4-year degree. For the banking and finance dual with Manchester Metropolitan, for the digital business program, can't remember the exact name, but that program with Manchester Metropolitan, and the illustration and animation programs. These all have a 4-year option. If the student is 6.0 level, they're going to go straight on to the second year of those 4-year degrees. Yeah. So it's only for students with the lower English level that they need to do 4 years.
Got it. That's a very good option.
Good,
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Go back to Mr. Angkang again. Number 7. I think this one is for Nung to reply.
Of course. Yung
Sure.
and Angkang are going for a journey together with these visa questions. So I will let Yung
I
continue.
believe Mr. Angkang already have a lot of students for us.
And I want to just say one thing before Nyung continues. She mentioned already that there'll be what was one of the questions, will BUV staff meet with the student? We do meet with the student, and we're very happy for parents or sub-agents, counsellors to join that conversation. So you'll see exactly how the visa process works when you have your first students. You can join that call with our visa compliance team. You'll see how straightforward it is and everything that the student's going to be asked to do. But the university will handle everything. Yes, it's really, really nice and straightforward. Over to you, Yung. You can carry on.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Tapan. Thank you, Mr. Angkong. So, question number 7. Student will not pay any fee directly to BUV to process the visa with direct free for student. They only need to prepare 145 USD to pay directly to the embassy when they submit the documents to the embassy. Student allowed to do internship. This question Matt already answered. Number 9. Okay. Vietnam doesn't require any bank statement or any proof of financial fund required for this student visa application. So what we need is, first, students submit application and they have the offer letter from BUV. Second, student have the passport. and per student pay the tuition fee to BUV, 40% of the semester one. That's it, three things, and they can get the visa. No police check, no bank statement, no proof of financial fund. Yeah. Number 10, Vietnam offer post-study work visa, which is really interesting question. I think Matt can answer this one.
Yeah, sure. That's
Yeah,
my
and number 11 as well, Matt.
okay. Yeah, these are my specialist areas. We've just been in India with Nyung 2 weeks ago, and of course, post-study work is a really important question in the India market as well. So that's why it's fresh in our minds. So there's not a formal job seekers visa in Vietnam. That's a downside, but it's very possible to get a work permit. So what we say is students have to be proactive during studies. They have to take advantage of the university's employability services. If they're doing that MSc program, we mentioned there's an internship included in that. Of course, if they perform well in the internship, they might get offered a job. It happens often, right? So the students that are able to demonstrate value, they can get a job in Vietnam in English. They don't need to speak Vietnamese. There's many multinational companies here. Nhung does business in English all day, every day with me. So there's opportunity for graduates who speak English, but they have to be proactive, of course. There's no restrictions on being in Vietnam though for ASEAN passport holders. So of course, people can come here for tourism and keep coming back for tourism. So there's no limit on being in Vietnam actually. So people could just stay actually and travel whenever their tourist visa expires and come back. So this is a perfectly viable option as well. So very possible to stay. That's the key message, but you need to have a work permit effectively. And the last question is, how does the transition from a student visa to a work permit in Vietnam after completing studies work? Well, it's quite straightforward, actually. You have to find a job. And if you get a job offer, then the employer is going to sponsor you. And the work permit will last for 1 or 2 years. So the maximum is 2 years. That's the arrangement that I have with BUV as an international employee. So you can never get more than 2 years, but you can have your contract renewed. And of course, it happens. And I hope that BUV is going to renew my contract soon because it's expiring in August. So that's how it works in Vietnam. But it's pretty straightforward, I would say. Yeah. So that's all the visa questions we have and all the questions we have. Pafan, do you want to ask anything or add any comments? Or does anybody else want to ask any questions before we go?
Just one from me, just to clarify. After the student graduate, will the visa have some times for the student to find a job?
Well, that's what I think was the question 10, right? About the post-study work visa. So there's not a job seeker visa or a period to look for a job. So the student visa will always last 1 year. So say it's a 3-year bachelor's, there'll be 3 student visas. And effectively that will end after 12 months, the student visa in the final year of study. So it will be pretty much around the graduation date that the student visa will expire. So the options then are have a job. So you'll get a work permit if you have a job. You'll get a temporary residence card as well. I haven't mentioned that earlier, but the residence card is the same duration as the work permit. So they always go together, those two. And then the other option is the one that I've just explained, that being here on a tourist visa and ASEAN passport holders may not even require a visa. So I would also encourage agents to check that option. It might be different to people from Thailand, to people from Laos, from Myanmar, respectively. But have a look, because it may be that not even a tourist visa is needed, which means it's really easy for your students to stay in Vietnam after graduation. Yeah, they just have to respect the limit of the visas or the visa-free period if they're ASEAN passport holder and they don't need a visa. Does that clarify, Pafan?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or Timothy, or for the Thailand Lao market, reach out to Kitty. We have Kitty here as well, and also Tim as well, but Tim is a participant, and Kitty is a turn off her camera, but all of them is the same team as me, and all of them is the product specialist who will try to promote your university to the agent partner. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, it was great to see so many people here. The attendance went up whilst we were doing the session.
Yeah, I think many Myanmar agents is very interested in Vietnam as an
Yeah.
alternative destination, and I am also very happy that some of the Thai agent also join, because I didn't expect that Thai agent is going to join this one. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for that as well. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we can end the webinar here, and yeah, if you have inquiries, potential inquiries, can ask us anytime. I believe Nung and Matt is happy to talk with the student to do the consultation for us as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd rather talk and have lots of students than not talk to anyone. So keep us busy. And I just want to say we do have students now from Myanmar, and it's a really good option for them. They're very happy here. Vietnam is very safe, it's very welcoming. And of course, our campus is completely English language environment, so they will love it. We didn't have any students from Thailand, but I believe we will have students from Thailand as well. We've had a lot of interest from counselors at international schools in Thailand. Look, all students want an international experience, right? So if they can get that international experience in ASEAN, in a neighboring country, paying much less money, it's a good opportunity for them. So this is what we see. Vietnamese students going to study in the region, but regional students coming to study in Vietnam as well. Yeah. So thank you, Pafan. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you so much, Nung, and thank you so much for the Yes Education team as well for joining. And thank you to all the agent partners. And see you in the next webinar tomorrow. I will send you the information tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you so much,
Bye.
everyone. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.